Zainab's journey begins in the heart of war-torn Syria, where she was forced to flee her home with her 2 young children. The echoes of war had turned her world upside down, taking away the life she once knew and replacing it with uncertainty and fear. She had to make the heart-wrenching decision to leave behind her homeland, her memories, and embark on a perilous journey towards an unknown future. Zainab's voyage to Germany was fraught with challenges. The long, arduous journey was just the beginning. She was stepping into a land whose language she didn't speak, whose culture was unfamiliar, and where she had no one but her 2 little ones to lean on. The cold winters were a stark contrast to the warm Syrian sun she had left behind. But she braved it all for the sake of her children, for the hope of a safer tomorrow. Upon arriving in Germany, Zainab faced the daunting task of building a new life from scratch. She found herself in the midst of a culture that was vastly different from her own. From learning a new language to adapting to different social norms, every day presented a new challenge. But Zainab met each one head-on, driven by the determination to provide a better life for her children. In order to support her family, Zainab took up a job as a waitress. Working long hours, often into the night, she tirelessly strived to make ends meet. The work was arduous, the pay was meager, but Zainab never complained. She kept her eyes on the prize, a stable, secure future for her children. Despite the hardships, Zainab never lost sight of her dreams for a better future. She knew that the road to that future was paved with challenges, but she also knew that every step she took was a step away from the horrors of war, a step towards a life of peace and stability. Her spirit remained unbroken, her resolve unshaken. Zainab's journey was far from over, but she had taken the first important steps, and she wasn't about to stop. One evening, Zainab stumbled upon a YouTube video about Forex trading. It was like finding a hidden treasure, a spark of an idea that ignited a fire in her heart. As she watched the video, she was intrigued by the concept of trading in the financial markets. The world of finance, once an alien landscape, began to take on a new form. It was complex, yes, but it was also fascinating, like a puzzle waiting to be solved. Zainab was not one to shy away from challenges. She had faced her fair share of them, and this was just another one to conquer. So she began to delve deeper into the world of finance. She spent hours studying trading charts, learning about different currencies, and understanding the mechanisms of the Forex market. She educated herself through online resources, ebooks, webinars, and more YouTube videos. She was like a sponge, soaking up all the knowledge she could find. But knowledge alone was not enough. She knew she had to put it into practice. And so she made a decision, a bold decision that would change the course of her life. She decided to invest her savings in the Forex market. It was a calculated risk. She was not throwing her money blindly into the market. No, she had done her homework. She knew the risks and the potential rewards. She knew that she could lose it all. But she also knew that she could gain much more. She started trading oil futures. It was a gamble, a bet on the future, but it was not a reckless gamble. She was not playing a game of chance. She was making an informed decision based on careful research and analysis. She was utilizing leverage to amplify her potential gains, maximizing her investment. And so, she took the plunge, stepping into the world of Forex trading. It was a leap of faith, a leap into the unknown. But she was not afraid. She was ready. She was determined. She was driven by a vision, a dream of a better future for herself and her children. With careful research and calculated risk, she started trading oil futures, utilizing leverage to amplify her potential gains. And with that, her journey in the world of finance began. As the COVID-19 pandemic unfolded, the global economy took a downturn, causing oil prices to plummet. While many saw this as a catastrophe, Zainab saw an opportunity. The world was in chaos, with economies crumbling and markets crashing. Yet, amidst this turmoil, Zainab held a different perspective. She saw not just the crisis, but the potential hidden within it. Remember, Zainab had been educating herself about the world of finance and trading. She knew that the prices of commodities like oil often swung dramatically in response to global events. The pandemic was just such an event, creating a shockwave that sent oil prices tumbling down to historical lows. To most, this was a disaster. But to an astute trader like Zainab, it was a golden opportunity. Armed with her knowledge of Forex trading and her understanding of market dynamics, Zainab made a bold decision. She decided to invest in oil futures, buying them at rock-bottom prices. It was a risky move, no doubt. The world was in the grip of a pandemic with no clear end in sight. The future of the global economy was uncertain, and so was the future of oil prices. But Zainab had faith in her strategy, and she was willing to take the risk. And so, she invested. She put her hard-earned savings into oil futures, betting on the fact that the prices would eventually rebound. She knew it was a gamble, but it was a calculated one, based on her understanding of the market and her belief in the resilience of the global economy. But success didn't come overnight. It took patience, perseverance, and a firm belief in her strategy. There were days when the prices dipped even lower, and there were naysayers who doubted her decision. But Zainab didn't waver. She remained steadfast in her belief, her determination unwavering despite the naysayers who doubted her strategy. As the global economy recovered, oil prices surged, propelling Zainab's investment to extraordinary heights. It was a time of change, a time of growth. The world was slowly picking itself up from the aftermath of the pandemic. Economies were starting to stabilize. People were beginning to see the light at the end of the tunnel. And amidst all this, the oil industry was making a comeback. Remember how Zainab had bought oil futures at rock-bottom prices during the economic downturn? Well, as the world started turning again, so too did the wheels of the oil industry. Demand for oil began to rise as industries reopened, travel resumed, and life slowly started to return to normal. And with this increased demand came an increase in oil prices. They didn't just rise, they surged. They soared. They rocketed to levels that left many in disbelief. But not Zainab. She had seen the potential. She had taken the risk, and now she was reaping the rewards. While others were just starting to recover their losses, Zainab was seeing her investment grow. The oil futures she had bought for a song were now worth a fortune. Every rise in the oil price sent her profits climbing higher and higher. It was like a dream. But for Zainab, it was reality. Her bold investment, her risk, her faith in herself and her strategy all were paying off. Her €60,000 investment, a considerable sum for a single mother who had been a refugee not too long ago, was now worth a staggering amount. Every tick of the oil price was like a heartbeat, pumping life into her investment, transforming it from a lump sum into a mountain of wealth. The oil market had turned in her favor, changing her life in ways she could never have imagined. It was a reversal of fortune in the truest sense. From the depths of despair in a war-torn nation to the heights of success in a foreign land, Zainab had triumphed against all odds. Her initial stake of €60,000 had multiplied into a staggering fortune of €1.5 million. With her newfound wealth, Zainab sought to diversify her investments. She was no longer just a refugee or a waitress, but a savvy investor who had tasted success in the volatile world of Forex trading. Yet, she knew that to preserve and grow her wealth, she needed to broaden her investment horizons. In her quest for diversification, Zainab turned her gaze towards the enigmatic world of cryptocurrency. She was intrigued by the decentralized nature of these digital assets, their potential for high returns, and the freedom they offered from traditional banking systems. Among these, one name stood out: Bitcoin. Bitcoin, the first and most prominent cryptocurrency, had been making waves in the financial world. Its dramatic price swings and potential for huge returns caught Zainab's attention. She began to study Bitcoin's market trends, its historical performance, and the technology that underpinned it: blockchain. Just as she had done with Forex trading, Zainab dedicated herself to learning about this new asset class. She pored over white papers, listened to podcasts, and followed industry experts to understand the nuances of cryptocurrency trading. She learned about concepts like hodling, mining, and blockchain, further deepening her understanding of this new financial frontier. Armed with this knowledge, Zainab decided to take the plunge. She saw the potential in Bitcoin and recognized the opportunity it presented. With a keen eye for timing, she bought Bitcoin when the price was relatively low, investing a significant portion of her wealth. As she had done with her oil futures investment, Zainab demonstrated patience and perseverance. She understood that the cryptocurrency market was volatile and that prices could fluctuate wildly. Yet she had faith in her analysis and her understanding of the market. And then it happened. Bitcoin's value began to rise, slowly at first, then more rapidly. It was a bull run, a period of rapid growth that saw Bitcoin's value reach unprecedented heights. As the cryptocurrency's value soared, her wealth multiplied exponentially. The refugee turned millionaire was now a multi-millionaire, all thanks to her bold venture into the world of cryptocurrency. Zainab's timing proved impeccable once again. As the cryptocurrency market began to bloom, she was right there, ready to ride the wave. Bitcoin, the digital currency that had been making headlines around the world, had caught her eye. It was an entirely new kind of investment, something that was exciting yet uncharted territory for many. But for Zainab, it was another opportunity, another chance to prove that fortune does indeed favor the brave. She had seen Bitcoin's potential early on. She knew that this was not just any investment. It was a revolution, a shift in the way we perceive and handle money. Bitcoin's decentralized nature, its resistance to inflation, and its potential for high returns made it a highly attractive prospect. So, with the same determination that had brought her this far, Zainab decided to dive into the world of Bitcoin. She invested a significant portion of her fortune, around 7.5 million euros, into this digital currency. It was a bold move, a gamble even, but Zainab had a knack for turning gambles into gold. And as the days turned into weeks and weeks into months, the value of Bitcoin began to rise. It started off slow, then gained momentum, and before anyone knew it, the value of Bitcoin was skyrocketing. The world watched in awe as this digital currency shattered record after record, reaching heights that were previously unimaginable. But for Zainab, this was not just about the numbers. It was about proving a point, about showing the world that anyone, regardless of their background or circumstances, could achieve success if they had the courage to chase their dreams. As the value of Bitcoin soared, so did Zainab's wealth. Her initial investment of 7.5 million euros had quadrupled, growing to an astonishing 30 million euros. It was a staggering amount, a sum that was hard to comprehend. But for Zainab, this was just the beginning of her journey. Her story was a testament to the power of resilience, determination, and the will to never give up, no matter the odds. Zainab's remarkable journey from refugee to millionaire is a testament to her resilience, determination, and smart investment strategies. From the war-torn landscapes of Syria to the bustling streets of Germany, she navigated a path that few dare to tread, turning adversity into opportunity and transforming her life in the process. Zainab's tale is not just about financial gain, it's about the power of belief in oneself. She had the courage to invest, to take calculated risks, and to remain patient even in the face of uncertainty. Her story underscores the importance of self-education, of seizing opportunities, and of the potential that lies within each of us to shape our own destiny. Today, Zainab lives a life of comfort, a far cry from the hardships she once endured. Her children, who walked alongside her on that perilous journey from Syria, are now thriving, their futures bright. They live in a beautiful home, attend the best schools, and enjoy the kind of security that Zainab could only dream of in those early days as a refugee. But Zainab's wealth is not confined to material possessions. She has become a beacon of hope and inspiration, a testament to the power of perseverance and the human spirit. Her story resonates far beyond her immediate circle, touching the lives of those who hear it and serving as a powerful reminder of what is possible when we refuse to be defined by our circumstances. The lessons from Zainab's journey are profound. She teaches us that adversity can be a catalyst for change, that with determination and tenacity, we can turn even the most challenging situations into opportunities for growth. She reminds us of the importance of continuous learning, of staying curious and open to new ideas. And perhaps most importantly, she shows us the power of believing in ourselves, of knowing that we are capable of more than we might think. Zainab's story serves as an inspiration to all, proving that with determination, patience, and calculated risk, one can overcome the greatest of challenges and achieve extraordinary success.